Hey there, friends. Pastor Jason here. Glad you can join me for daily devotionals. Took an extended period of time off to enjoy the holidays, and now we're back in Exodus. Last time we left our heroes, Moses had just led the people out of Egypt. God separated the Red Sea. They crossed on dry land, and now the Lord has called Moses up the mountain. Moses is 80 years old at this point. And we read back in chapter 24, verse 13, that his assistant Joshua also went up with him. We're not sure how far up or how long he stayed, but he doesn't come back transformed like Moses does. Moses is 80 years old at this point. Joshua would have been around 19, 20 years old. Maybe he was there simply just to help him up the mountain. I don't know. We're going to get into the Lord giving Moses instruction on how to build the tabernacle. So that's what our two chapters are about today. So let us read about the instructions about the instruments and the tabernacle itself. Chapter 25, verse 1, here we go. The Lord spoke to Moses, "Tell the Israelites to take an offering for me. You are to take my offering from everyone who is willing to give. This is the offering you are to receive from them: gold, silver, and bronze, blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, fine linen and goat hair, ram skins dyed red, and manatee skins, acacia wood, oil for the light, spices for the anointing oil, and for the fragrant incense, and onyx along with other gemstones for mounting on the ephod and breastpiece. They are to make a sanctuary for me, so that I may dwell among them. You must take it according to all that I show you, the pattern of the tabernacle, as well as the pattern of all its furnishings. They are to make an ark of acacia wood, 45 inches long, 27 inches wide, and 27 inches high. Overlay it with pure gold. Overlay it both inside and out. Also make the gold molding all around it. Cast 4 gold rings for it and place them on its 4 feet, 2 rings on one side and 2 rings on the other side. Make poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. Insert the poles into the rings on the sides of the ark in order to carry the ark with them. The poles are to remain in the rings of the ark. They must not be removed from it. Put the tablets of the testimony that I will give you into the ark. Make a mercy seat of pure gold, 45 inches long and 27 inches wide. Make 2 cherubim of gold. Make them of hammered work at the 2 ends of the mercy seat. Make 1 cherub at one end and 1 cherub at the other end. At its 2 ends, make the cherubim of one piece with the mercy seat. The cherubim are to have wings spread out above, covering the mercy seat with their wings, and are to face one another. The faces of the cherubim should be toward the mercy seat. Set the mercy seat on top of the ark and put the testimony that I will give you into the ark. I will meet with you there above the mercy seat, between the 2 cherubim that are over the ark of the testimony. I will speak with you from there about all that I command you regarding the Israelites. You are to construct a table of acacia wood, 36 inches long, 18 inches wide, and 27 inches high. Overlay it with pure gold and make a gold molding all around it. Make a 3-inch frame all around it and make a gold molding for it all around its frame. Make 4 rings of gold for it and attach the rings to the 4 corners at its 4 legs. The rings should be next to the frame as holders for the poles to carry the table. Make the poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold, and the table can be carried by them. You are also to make its plates and cups, as well as its pitchers and bowls for pouring drink offerings. Make them out of pure gold. Put the bread of the presence on the table before me at all times. You are to make a lampstand out of pure hammered gold. It is to be made of one piece, its base and shaft, its ornamental cups, and its calyxes and petals, 6 branches to extend from its sides, 3 branches from the lampstand from one side and 3 branches from the lampstand on the other side. There are to be 3 cups shaped like almond blossoms, each with a calyx and petals on the first branch, and 3 cups shaped like almond blossoms, each calyx with a calyx and petals, and on the next branch. It is to be this way for the 6 branches that extend from the lampstand. There are to be 4 cups shaped like almond blossoms on the lampstand shaft, along with its calyxes and petals. For the 6 branches that extend from the lampstand, a calyx must be under the first pair of branches from it, a calyx under the second pair of branches from it, and a calyx under the third pair of branches from it. Their calyxes and branches are to be of one piece. All of it is to be a single hammered piece of gold. Make 7 lamps on it. Its lamps are to be set up so that they illuminate the area in front of it. Its snuffers and fire pans must be of pure gold. The lampstand with all the utensils is to be made of 75 pounds of pure gold. Be careful to make them according to the pattern you have been shown on the mountain. Chapter 26. You are to construct the tabernacle itself with 10 curtains. You must make them of fine spun linen and blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, with a design of cherubim worked into them. The length of each curtain should be 42 feet, and the width of each curtain 6 feet. All the curtains are to have the same measurements. 5 of the curtains should be joined together, and the other 5 curtains joined together. Make loops of blue yarn on the edge of the last curtain in the first set, and do the same on the edge of the outermost curtain in the second set. Make 50 loops on the one curtain and 50 loops on the edge of the curtain in the second set, so the loops line up together. Also make 50 gold clasps and join the curtains together with the clasps, so that the tabernacle may be a single unit. You are to make curtains of goat hair for a tent over the tabernacle. Make 11 of these curtains. The length of each curtain should be 45 feet, and the width each curtain 6 feet. All 11 curtains are to have the same measurements. Join 5 of the curtains by themselves and the other 6 curtains by themselves. Then fold the 6th curtain double at the front of the tent. Make 50 loops on the edge of one curtain, the outermost in the first set, and make 50 loops on the edge of the corresponding curtain on the second set. Make 50 bronze clasps. Put the clasps through the loops and join the tent together so that it is a single unit. As for the flap that is left over the 10 curtains, the leftover half curtain is to hang down over the back of the tabernacle. The half yard on the one side and half yard on the other of what is left over along the length of the tent curtains should be hanging down over the sides of the tabernacle on either side to cover it. Make a covering for the tent from ram skins dyed red, and a covering of manatee skins on top of that. You are to make upright planks of acacia wood for the tabernacle. The length of each plank is to be 15 feet, and the width of each plank 27 inches. Each plank must be connected together with 2 tenons. Do the same for all the planks of the tabernacle. Make the planks for the tabernacle as follows: 20 planks for the south side, and make 40 silver bases under the 20 planks. 2 bases under the first plank for its two tenons, and 2 bases under the next plank for its 2 tenons. 20 planks for the second side of the tabernacle, the north side, along with 40 silver bases, 2 bases under the first plank and 2 bases under each plank. And make 6 planks on the west side of the tabernacle. Make 2 additional planks for the 2 back corners of the tabernacle. They are to be paired at the bottom and joined together at the top with a single ring. So it should be for both of them. They will serve as the 2 corners. There are to be 8 planks with silver bases, 16 bases, 2 bases under the first plank and 2 bases under each plank. You are to make 5 cross bars of acacia wood for the planks on one side of the tabernacle, five crossbars for the planks on the other side of the tabernacle, 5 crossbars for the planks on the back side of the tabernacle on the west. The central crossbar is to run through the middle of the planks from one end to the other. Then overlaying the planks with gold and make their rings of gold as the holders for the crossbars. Also overlay the crossbars with gold. You are to set up the tabernacle according to the plan for it that you have been shown on the mountain. You are to make a veil of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and finely spun linen with a design of cherubim worked into it. Hang it on 4 gold-plated posts of acacia wood that have gold hooks and that stand on 4 silver bases. Hang the veil under the clasps and bring the ark of the testimony there behind the veil. So the veil will make a separation for you between the holy place and the most holy place. Put the mercy seat on the ark of the testimony in the most holy place. Place the table outside the veil and the lampstand on the south side of the tabernacle, opposite the table. Put the table on the north side. For the entrance to the tent, you are to make a screen embroidered with blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and finely spun linen. Make 5 posts of acacia wood for the screen, and overlay them with gold. With their hooks are to be gold, and you are to cast 5 bronze bases for them. Whew. Let me tell you, it's not easy reading that stuff out loud. Let me encourage you. The Lord here is giving instruction about the tabernacle. That is the mobile tent that will move along with the people of the Lord, especially in their time of the wilderness. Now, what strikes me is 2 things. First, the veil, right? This is the same veil that, like, the Lord will tear in half when Jesus dies. The veil that gets set up in the temple gets torn in 2 when Jesus is crucified on the cross, making a way into the most holy of places for people like you and I. Very symbolic. Here, it is separating the holy place from the most holy place. Interesting to think about that there's a holy place because the Lord is there, but then there's the most holy place because he's right there. And only one person will get to be in that place one time a year for the Jewish community. Another thing that strikes me too is how detail oriented is the Lord about this. And I think to myself, should we extrapolate that to us? Does he care about the details of our lives? I would hazard to guess yes. Yes, he cares about the details of our lives. He cares about what you're going through. He's in control of it all. He is creating for him his own inheritance in you and I, and that the details matter to him. So how are you doing with the details of your life? The recording of this, it's January 3rd. It's a new year. How are you going to set about having a life that reflects the honor and glory of the Lord to the people around you in 2023? With that, I hope you are blessed. Be a blessing to those around you, and I'll see you tomorrow as we continue with the Lord and Moses on the mountain in Exodus 27. Have a great day.